Good morning and welcome to every one of you. Thanks for joining this morning session wherein we will be talking about the TT Iris platform, how a technical analyst who looks at charts and takes trading decisions can make the most out of a platform like that. Before I do that, I'll take the opportunity to quickly share a little brief about myself so that we can connect better. Those who've been probably listening to me for the very first time. As I shared, my name is Abhijit Paul, and this happens to be one of my websites. This is my personal website. I started my career in the stock market late 2002. Then from 2004-5 to 2013, I was in Mumbai, worked with various other companies like ICICI Securities, and I finally resigned in 2012, March, 31st March. That's 8 years back, when I was the AVP with Brick Securities, that's in Worli, Mumbai. After that, I started my own companies. Currently, I'm a SEBI registered research analyst, and my Monday to Friday essentially goes in trading the stock markets. And I also have this objective of teaching people, of showing people that yes, it is possible to trade for a living through my program called the Mentorship Traders. You can catch more about me in either of these websites. This is my personal website. This is my Mentorship Traders website. I will be showing you about my YouTube channel, which will act as a very important repository for many concepts which I'll share in today's class. Now, that's enough for me for the time being. Coming to the platform, I can make an assumption that you can hear me clear. Before I start, with the concepts and the platform that you can see in front of me, few basic guidelines whenever we conduct a webinar. I will be predominantly using English as I speak, but I'm fairly okay with Hindi, and my default language is Bengali. So at any point of time, if you want to ask me anything and you want me to repeat something which is not in English, feel free to do that. Okay. We will be recording this webinar, and we'll be sharing it with you later. So even if you miss out on something, you can catch on it later by looking at the recording. I will take up one concept at a time. I'll explain that concept. I will pause. I will check with you if you have any doubts or questions. You may ask me, and then I will take up the next concept. Like this, I have created a list which I will walk you through for this event. Please do not overflow the chat box with a lot of questions, ongoing questions. All right. So let's try and make the best out of this opportunity. So TD Iris is a very useful software, technical analysis software. It's Iris software. It's powered by the Spider software, and it's supported by IIFL Securities. This is how my screen looks like, but I'll take you one step back. Let me close the platform. I'm exiting the platform. I'm going to take you from scratch. And when we open the software, we need to give our basic login details. Now, the beauty of the software is it auto downloads all the data. So if there's any information or past market data which I've missed out downloading, it will auto download itself. So I don't have to do it manually. Big plus point. Once it's done, this box comes up. It's called the Intraday Data Manager, where I generally look at the last 45 days of intraday data. See, I prefer to trade the daily time frame and the 75-minute time frame. So to look at the 75-minute time frame, I need at least a month and a half to 2 months data, and that's why I use 45 days. So I've chosen 45 for the cash market and the derivatives market, and right next to that there's a connect. When I connect, it is reading the information over here. It is reading the data, and once it's done, you can see that prices start to come out of the top. right there. So cash market data is reading. I click on the derivatives now, and now the software will fetch the intraday data of the last 45 days. And once it completes it, we will start getting FNO data as well. So it's done. So now you can see that the bottom over here has gone blank. So I close this data. Now you can see on the top, Nifty derivatives, both the segments of the exchange data, the software is pulling without any issues. Now this is the software. The main page of the software is ready. How do we open a chart? Control N is the hotkey. Control N, N for new. A small box comes up where we can go to NSE cash. 59901 is the Nifty code, and I say okay. This is a chart that opens up. I can drag it like this, or I can type Z for zoom, and it will zoom out and take the entire screen. By default, the candlestick charts and the volumes will come. I prefer to use a white background. It has always been my habit to use a white background because when we take presentations and webinars like this, it's very useful. Few of us are not able to hear, especially Harish is saying no audio and then he's saying done. Quickly, everyone, you can hear me, right? Yes, all right. Yes. So some maybe port issue or audio issues at few individuals end. I'll continue. So we have the chart now open in front of us. I use a white background. All these cosmetic changes, I call them cosmetic changes. You can find them here. Settings, color settings. Now under the chart, I have created a white background. You can click and you can change any color of your choice. You can change the bullish colors, the bearish colors, etc., etc. These are all cosmetics. However, I click on price and I would like to make the green a little more darker. So I modify it, and I would like to make the volumes a little more darker, and I modify it here also. Once you have a chart open, this is a very basic, simple, plain chart. This is a bar chart. This is a Japanese candlestick chart. This is a line chart. Minus will bring data closer, plus will give you more data. So zooming in and zooming out. If you're using a laptop, you use shift minus and shift plus. Depends on what kind of laptop you're using. If you have a numpad, then minus and plus will do. Now, bar chart is something which I prefer to use a lot alongside the line chart. But Japanese candlestick chart is also a very useful way in which we can represent the price. On the down, we have volumes. Now, this is a very basic stuff that we're doing so far. See, if you go to file and let me quickly check if they have uploaded it. There used to be a hotkey. There was, if it's not there, after the webinar, I'll share my details with you. You can drop me an email. There is a list of hotkeys like D for daily chart, W for weekly chart, M for monthly chart, Q for quarterly chart, Y for yearly charts. So these are all hotkeys. Going back to D, daily chart. When I type D, it becomes a daily chart. So if I go progression, if I go higher time frames, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, half yearly, and yearly, that's the max. Now, if you go down from daily, you have to type I. I stands for intraday. Now, when you do intraday, you can see this is a, and the rightmost corner, if you see, it says I-0 right over here. If you can see this, it's a tick query. All right. So now what you have to do is type Control I. Control I gives you the chart selection, the period you want to select. 60, this becomes a 60-minute chart. 3, this becomes a 3-minute chart. 1, of course, a 1-minute chart. And then you can type, let's say 19. It becomes a 19-minute chart. So various different time frames within the intraday domain you can open easily. You're not bound by any predefined time frames, any time frames. When we are talking about time frames, let me share with you. There are 3 time frames which I generally look at. The daily being the most important. One time frame lower than that is the 75-minute time frame, and one level below that is the 15-minute time frame. I strongly suggest that traders should ideally not go below the 15-minute time frame if you're trading stocks. If you're trading the Nifty and the Bank Nifty, below the 15-minute time frames is completely fine. Even you can go as small as 3-minute time frames, Nifty, Bank Nifty. But stocks, there's a lot of noise. The degree of volatility is far, far more higher. You will not find a lot of success trading the 15-minute unless you're extremely strict about your trading setup. So these are the 3 main time frames. If you recall, if you remember when I started the webinar, I will go back to the screen again later. There were 3 screens. There were 3 charts on my screens. So daily, 75, and the 15-minute. I will show that to you towards the end of today's webinar. So Control N takes you to a new chart. You can create as many color combinations as you want by going and making cosmetic changes to the color settings. And you can open various different time frames. There are specific hotkeys, very simple DWM, as I said. Now, how can I create such a template? Let's say I have a daily chart and I would like to have the 75 as well as the 15 side by side. So we're creating a template. How do we do that? Control N once again, Control N once again. So you can see that now I have 3 charts on my screen. If I do Control T, tiling, Control T, T for tile, then all the 3 charts are tiled one after the other. Now, we have to manually work at each and every chart. We cannot just copy paste that one color theme you copy on the next. We cannot do that. So if I want to change the color of this, I have to come to price, click on it, and manually change the colors. This is something that you need to do every time you open a new chart altogether. However, once you save it, it becomes easier. I'll show it to you. So now you can see on my left, middle, and on the right, there are 3 charts. The left-hand one is a daily chart. The middle one, I will type I, Control I, and I'll make it 75 minutes. So this becomes 75 minutes. The right-handmost chart, I will make it 15 minutes. So there you go. I have 3 time frames tiled one after the other. We call this multiple time frame. When we look at a chart, when we look at a stock or an index, it's always far more useful, productive, meaningful if you look at the same instrument broken into 2-3 different time frames. Very, very powerful habit. When you open a chart, let's say, now I would say this is Nifty. Now I would like to open, let's say, Reliance. Type C, small box comes up. Type REL, enter, REL. So within NSE, any stock which starts with REL from Relaxo, Reliance Capital, Reliance, Religare, etc., will pop up. You select Reliance, say OK, and the chart becomes Reliance. But hold on a minute. It's only the right-handmost chart the 15-minute chart, which has become Reliance. But others are still Nifty. I don't want that. I want all of them to be Reliance. So I have to sync the charts. So I come to settings and I say script sync them. Now you see all three becomes the charts of Reliance. Daily, 75, 50. Now I say C, TATAS. I want to open the chart of Tata Steel. Enter. Okay. All three of them becomes Tata Steel. Daily, 75 and 50. So this is how we can open multiple different time frames. You can open 4 also. Let's say you do Control N, enter, Control T, you have 4. Like this, you can have multiple. I generally prefer to have 3. That works best for me. So I use the daily, 75-minute, and the 15-minute. You can change them as per your requirements. Now, now, before I go to indicators, let me quickly check the chat box. Is there any doubts? So far, so good. Apart from few of us facing audio issues, I see Praveen at times is facing, Vishvesh is also facing at times some audio issues. Just 1 minute. Yeah, so so far so good, no issues. Okay, so occasional audio issues with just few of us. Majority of seems to be fine. So I'm just scratching the surface. Basics. Okay, so how do you know which time frame? Arun is asking. What you do, Arun, if you look at the rightmost bottom corner. So let's say I will pull this chart up. Check over here. This one. This part. If you see I-15, I-15 is a 15-minute chart. Similarly, you look down over here, I-75, that's a 75-minute chart. So 3 different time frames, 75, 15, and daily. That's what I personally prefer. 60 minutes, I would not prefer. 75 minutes makes more sense. I will explain this to you a little later. I'll just quickly check if there are any other questions. All right. See the charges and all, and how you can download it, how you can use the demo for 5-10 days, all these things. I will come to it, or I will let my co-trainer Virint tell you all these things. I am from a perspective of a trader, from a perspective of a technical analyst, from a perspective of a user of this software. I will share my bits. All right. All doubts pertaining to the subscription fee, the charge, how to install, I will pass it on to my co-trainer who is representing IIFL Securities. So please ask these questions to him. All right. So let me continue. So I've created a list. I hope I complete this list. So point number 1 and point number 2 done. Now, very important is the fact of indicators, right? So there are so many things. There is, you can check my, I don't know whether it will work here. Let me quickly check. Yeah. So you can come to my YouTube channel later. And those who are new to technical analysis, all right, you will be learning from scratch. I would suggest you go to a playlist called Learn Technical Analysis, and over here you'll find a lot of videos which talks about the subject from the very basics, And over here you'll find a 15-minute video on the basic of technical indicators. What are indicators and oscillators? This one. There are many videos. I was just showing you one particular of them. There are around 36 videos inside this playlist. So there are many indicators. I will take up only one basic one to show you how to make the most out of it. So let's say um, relative strength index. So I come here and the hotkey for that is S. S for studies. The other way to open this is you right click on the body of a chart, and on the topmost right hand side you see add study. Next to that is S. See, in this software, at any point of time, whatever you open here and there, whenever you find some alphabets or letters next to it, those are hotkeys. So add studies hotkey is S. I type S, the study box comes. I want to drop a relative strength index. So I type R, I come down here to relative strength index. By the way, this software has enough indicators for any particular trading setup so that you can implement it, not a problem. So relative strength index, I select it. I go to parameter. It says 14 period RSI and exponential 9. So I'll make it exponential 13. That's what I prefer to use. I'll give it a different color. I'll give it black. And in subgraph, see, I do not use any conventional theory. At a trader level, individual trader level, and as a mentor level, I do not use any conventional. So 70-30 and all those I do not use. I'll just share a little bit with you. 80 and 20, 66.66 and 33.33. These are the ranges of the 14 period RSI which I look at. There are more concepts to that, but I personally use this. So I've plotted the 14 period RSI here. You would know that RSI dropping below 30 is oversold, going above 70 is overbought. These are the conventional theory. So I've plotted RSI, and I would also like to plot MACD, a very widely used, misunderstood indicator developed by Gerald Apple. So MACD, I will stick to the conventional by default parameters of 12, 26, and 9. They work fine, no issues. I would like a little darker color, so I'll give it blue and I add. So you can see on my daily chart, I have relative strength index, I have MACD, and for understanding of a good trend, to understand the core structure of price, I use a triple moving average, which I use exponential 13, exponential 21, and exponential 34. I'll give it the color as per RGB so that's easy to understand. R stands for red, G stands for green, and B stands for blue. Of course, you know this, and I add. So you can see my left-hand chart, this one, which I just created all these indicators. This is my template. A simple template. I've not made any complications. I've plotted 3 exponential moving averages, where the 3 exponential moving averages are beautifully coming down, all 3 of them, a downtrend. When all of them are beautifully moving up, that's an uptrend. When the markets fall in an uptrend, the RSIs and MACD come down and they bounce back, giving me overbought and oversold conditions. All right, I've created a template. The similar kind of template I can create on the 75 as well as the 15-minute time frame. So I can quickly type S, go to the moving averages and give the RGB triple moving average. I go to R with the relative strength index 14E13. 13 is the period that I'm plotting over here. I told you about the overbought oversold 66.33, 33.33, and 80 and 20, and the default MACD of 12, 26, and 9. There you go. So I've done that in the daily, the 75. I leave the 15 as it is. I will not waste your time plotting indicators in front of you. Now the important thing is I'm looking at the chart through 3 different time frames, daily, 75, and 15. How it works is use the middle one as your key time frame. So let's say I use 75 minutes as the key time frame wherein I will look for trading opportunities, my entry point and my stop loss. That's the middle one. What is the role of the higher one? The role of the higher one is the overall environment. Means if the 75-minute chart is giving me a buy signal, the daily chart should not have any overhead resistances. The daily chart should not be extremely overbought, because if the 75-minute has to bounce back, it needs space from the higher authority, the daily chart. Then what is the role of the 15-minute chart? The 15-minute chart is to time your exits. You have gone long on the 75-minute time frame. The daily time frame seems to be supportive. Your trade is going well, and you keep a close watch on the smaller time frame, 15-minute time frame, to exit your trade. There are many aspects to this, but this is just a brief. Now we have created this. We don't want to open the three charts every day. We don't want to plot the indicators also every day. So we come here, chart, save screen, and you give it a name. Let's say IIFL. Today's, okay, 3-in-1, 3-in-1, IIFL 3-in-1, and I save it. Now, when your day is over, your trades are done, you reopen the software tomorrow, and I go to chart, I say load screen, there you go, IIFL 3-in-1, hit open, all the three will open up immediately, no problem. So you work once on your template, you save it, you don't have to rework at it all the time. That's done. So now it's around close to 10:30 in the morning. I have a triple multi-time frame chart open in front of me. I can see at the top, and I can see markets are down 244 points, Nifty. But then I don't know what's happening to the other sectors, other stocks, what is the pockets of strength or weakness. Now that is where a professional, powerful software comes into play. First, event selector. Now I'm going to show you, before I go to this, I'll tell you that the next step, now I'm going to show you the power of the software, in the sense that how easily will you be able to track what's happening in the market and pinpoint sectors and stocks which are showing strengths and weaknesses, and then take a trading decision. That's the power of a software, because as of now, whatever we have done, these are all visual. Now, for this, you don't need a software. You go to the website of any free websites, and those are visual. But that is it over there. So what is it that we can do in a professional software which professional traders use? So the next step, the next 10 to 15 or 20 minutes, I will be showing various powerful aspects about this professional software. Before I do that, I'll quickly check our chat box if you have any doubts or questions. Apart from the occasional drop in audio in few of us, seems to be fine. Yes, we will be sharing the recording. Please don't worry. So it seems like as of now, the occasional drop of audio, few of us are facing, rest of us seems to be fine. So I'll make an assumption and I'll move ahead. First is event selector. So we come to query. In the middle, there's something called event selector. We have to select an event. When the market satisfies that event, it will let us know. So let's see. I come to new events. There's bullish events, there are bearish events, and there are miscellaneous events. What are bullish events? Open, gap up, etc., etc. As you can see over here, there are 7 bullish events. I have selected 52-week high at the highest point of the day, and let's say I click another one. Rate crossing above previous day's high means it is Currently, the stock is breaking above yesterday's high. That's bullish. Bearish, rate crossing below previous day's low. It's breaking yesterday's low, 52-week low, and at the lowest point of the day. Miscellaneous, I have selected buyers only, sellers only, and today's volume is higher than previous day by 100%. So it's double the volumes of what it traded yesterday. These are the events we have selected. Now we need to run this in a group. All right. So let's say I go to group. I go to exchange defined by NSE. These are all the groups defined by National Stock Exchange, and I select Nifty 200. All right. Right next to events, there is a tab called result. So now you can see within the Nifty 200 universe, whichever stock is satisfying any of the events that we selected is popping up right in front of you. Biocon is at the highest point of the day. We can clearly see that a beautiful bounce back from Biocon. Now, if this flow of the event selector is too much to handle, then you can do either of the two things. Reduce the number of events or reduce the universe. Let's say if you go to now Nifty 100, of course, it will scroll a little slow because now you are scanning 100 stocks. It's completely up to you. So we can see now most of the pharmaceutical stocks like Divi's and Dr. Reddy's and Sun Pharma and Biocon, Lupin, all of them right now as we do this webinar is hitting the highest point of the day. So event selector scrolls, gives you a feel about which are the stocks within your universe which is showing some strength, or as you can see right now, ICICI Bank lowest point of the day is showing weakness. So that's number one, event selector. We can keep it up here. If you're using one screen, then you have to accommodate all of them in one screen. As I'm taking this webinar, I have a dual screen monitor right in front of me. So what I generally do is I have charts on one screen and I have all these event selectors and etc. on the other screen. Now I'll take you to tick query. Tick query, very powerful. Let me explain to you first the concept. You know, you understand a tick, right? A tick is a trade. A trade just happened right now. It can be of one stock, it can be of 1 lakh stocks, it can be any quantity, but just one tick. So tick query means I select, let's say I select the universe. First I select the universe of Nifty 100, okay? And I say that in one tick, let's say the value of trade that happens was 50 lakhs. And or the quantity that happens, let's say 10,000. So someone bought 10,000 shares or the value of that buy was 50 lakhs. Fine. And then this is the beauty of it. Look here in the middle, if you can see, I've given a condition, close equal to high. What does it mean? It means right now, a big value trade happened in a stock at the highest point of the day. So as I was creating this, you can see Sun Pharma, Biocon, Divi's Lab, and Sun Pharma again. So Sun Pharma, as you can see, is hitting the highest point of the day with good volumes. Essentially, to a lot of extent, sign of strong buying, sign of institutional buying, because the more quantity or value you give, you're looking at large value trades. So clearly the tick query shows me right over here that big ticket trades are happening in the pharmaceutical stocks. This does not mean you buy. This does not mean you sell. You just get a sense and understanding. Okay, so it's the pharmaceutical stocks which are seeing the momentum on the upside. All right, very powerful. So this is tick query number one. I can create another tick query. Because I created that on a bullish note, I can create one on a bearish note. In this case, I can give the same, let's say 25 lakhs, because markets, most of the stocks are trying to hit the highest point of the day. So in this case, I've given the condition close equal to low. So the market is hitting the lowest point of the day. And at that trade, either the quantity was 10,000 shares or let's say 50 lakhs or 25 lakhs. And once such a trade happens, it will get populated. It's not coming because the momentum is a little bit on the upside right now. I can reduce the quantity and make it little loose for you to see any of the trades if they come. So these are two tick queries. You open them, you keep them aside. Now you can see on the bullish one, Cipla, Lupin, Sun Pharma, Biocon, it's continuously the relay is happening within the pharmaceutical stocks. Right now at 10:30, 10:36. As a trader, we get a clear understanding that the bullish momentum for the day is within pharma. Now, what to do with this? Number one, you do not short pharma. Just because it has gone up doesn't make sense. I'm purely talking from an intraday perspective. Number two, then, pharma can be looked into a buying opportunity on a dip. Always look to buy strong stocks and sectors, and always look to sell weak stocks and sectors. So this tick query essentially gives you an understanding where are the pockets of strength, where are the pockets of institutional buying or selling. Very powerful tick query. Now, amidst all of these things, a very simple tool is the F8. F8. When we hit F8, we get market summary, the summary of the market as of right now. I'll take it a little slow. Top traded stocks, best, worst, new high, new low, all-time high, and all-time low. Amongst all of this, the most important is top traded, by far the most important. So we can see that these are the stocks, and they will predominantly be all your large caps, highly liquid counters. These are the top traded stocks right now. What I personally do is I sort them in terms of value. And I come to a conclusion, come to a point where I would like to know which are the stocks which are getting heavily traded today. And what do I get? Aurobindo Pharma up 15%, Reliance down close to 4%, Sun Pharma, ICICI, HDFC, Bajaj Finance, Dr. Reddy, Axis, Infi, Maruti. So these are the heavily traded counters today. Oro Pharma seems to be an odd one out because most of the time in this list you will find HDFC, HDFC Bank, Reliance, etc. So we can see Oro Pharma and Sun Pharma amongst the bullish, Reliance, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, and Axis Bank amongst the bearish. So when the markets are hitting the low point of the day, it's dragging down by the banks. And when the market's trying to stabilize, it's the pharmaceutical stocks which are hitting the high of the day. So you clearly get an understanding of which way, which sector is playing out today. As we were doing this, the F8 market summary, if you have noticed down here in the negative tick query that we just created, Shriram Transport Finance has come because this stock was hitting the lowest point of the day with heavy volumes. So there is definite selling in Shriram Transport Finance. It's already down 8%. It's a bearish candidate for the day. We would look to sell on a rise. All right. So now the software is adding value. Not only can you view charts, create templates, save these templates, play around with different indicators which you understand. Apart from the visual efficiency of a software, now we are talking about concepts, or now we're talking about strengths, which will make us evaluate, gauge, and understand what's happening in the market right now. Right now, IndusInd Bank and M&M, right now with high volumes, was hitting the lowest point of the day. So it's very important to understand this. So F8 was the market summary. Now, couple of things. I'll take up another 20 minutes of your time before we go on to talking about how to install the software, etc., etc. Technical query. See, a scanner is the most important aspect of a professional software. When you spend money on a tool, a software is nothing but a tool. Okay. And when you spend a little bit of your money on a tool, you want the tool to work for you, right? Let's say if you buy a micro oven, why do you buy a micro oven? Because it's a tool which saves you time, and you can cook and heat food and kill all the goodness of the food in matter of 1 minute or 2 minutes. So it's a tool. Similarly, this is also a tool, and you will not want to scan, evaluate Nifty 100 stocks every day. So you would want the tool to tell you which is that 1, 2, or 3 stocks within a universe of 100, 200 stocks, which is satisfying your criteria. That's the scanner. The scanner under the TTRE software is under query. It's called technical query. Hands down, this box is the most important box for a technical trader. It's got 0 to 9, 10 different conditions. Now, by default, if you've read basic technical analysis and basic MACD, you'll know moving average, convergence, divergence is an hybrid indicator of trend and momentum both. And when MACD gives you a positive crossover, it's a bullish sign. And when it gives a negative crossover, it's a bearish sign. By the way, there's a decent video. The quality of the video is not that great. I know that. This one. If you can see in my YouTube channel, मैंने ये हिंदी में बनाया था. ये मैंने एक डोमेस्टिक लोकल ब्रोकर के लिए एक सेशन लिया था मैंने. दे आर नॉट एक्चुअली ब्रोकर, ये प्रॉप टेस्ट था जहाँ पे एक कमरे में लगभग 30-40 जन ट्रेड करते थे. एंड उनका एक ट्रेनिंग सेशन मैंने लिया था जहाँ पे मैंने उनको ये दिखा रहा था कि आप जो स्पाइडर सॉफ्टवेयर या आरएस टीटीआरएस यूज करते हो उसको और कितनी अच्छी तरह से आप इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो. सो आई टुक अ सेशन फॉर देम इन विच so the quality of the audio is not so good because 30-40 जन थे, रूम में बात कर रहे थे, शाम का टाइम था. बट द कॉन्सेप्ट MACD और MACD का डाइवर्जेंस को लेके कैसे आप ट्रेड कर सकते हो, हाउ कैन यू डू दैट, दिस इज एक्सप्लेन्ड इन दिस हिंदी वीडियो. MACD Hindi MACD divergence strategy. You can take a look at this later. Very useful. So let's say I want to know which are the stocks in the daily time frame which is giving a MACD crossover, that's a bullish sign, or a MACD cross down, which is a negative sign. So I double click on condition 0. The moment I double click on condition 0, I get this study selection box. I come to MACD. I select MACD. I go to parameter. The parameter stays at E12-26-9, and the intraday data I change it to daily. I go to condition and I say cutting average upward. There are many conditions, many different conditions, but I check cutting average upward. Add. I select this I go to a group Nifty 100 and I run. मिलना मुश्किल है, it's a bearish market. निफ्टी 500 करके देखता हूं अगर कुछ मिल जाए तो. So it's scanning 500 stocks, few seconds, नहीं मिला. एक काम करते हैं, इसको डेली से इंट्राडे 75 मिनट करके देखते हैं. I'm just trying to show you how the software can help you. Sun Pharma. When I click on it, ये देखिए, the middle one is your 75-minute time frame. Look here, Sun Pharma MACD is giving a positive crossover. So the software does this work for you. Can I run this in the 15-minute? Can I run it real time? Yes. कैसे करें? You double click it. You can change the 75 to 15. बस आप एक चीज याद रखिए. Just remember one thing. When you run real-time queries, always and always check on one back bar. One. Check on nth back bar 1. इसका concept क्या है मैं आपको बताता हूँ. Once you selected this, rather than historical scans, you do now a live scan, live query. Live query. The moment you click on this, ये देखिए यहाँ पे आना चालू हो जाएगा. Pidilite is giving a crossover. ये देखिए on the right hand side chart, 15-minute chart, MACD का crossover हो रहा है. यहाँ पे pop-up आ गया. आपने नोटिस किया होगा right hand side corner there was a pop-up also to buy and sell. That is how you execute. That's the next part I'm going to show you. So this is how, this is a very basic thing, MACD. So this is how we can create various scanners either during live market or end of day. We can create combination of conditions. ये तो मैंने आपको सिर्फ I've just shown you one condition. Now let's say you want MACD negative crossover, okay, cutting average downward, and you want the crossover with high volumes, very basic technical thing. So I come to condition, I go to volume, I go to intraday 15, I give a condition rising for the last one bar. Rising for the last one bar matlab whatever was the volume in the last bar, this bar is higher than the last bar. Now look here, I have three conditions: MACD positive crossover, MACD negative crossover, and volumes are higher than the previous bar. All three are of in the 15-minute time frame. All right, these are all conditions. Now I'll create and go to relationship, relation. Now I'll come down here and I'll say C0. C0 stands for condition 0. C stands for condition. Condition 0. AND C1. Condition 1. C0. I'm sorry. C0 and C2. What is C0? MACD cutting average upward. What is C2? Volumes are higher. So positive crossover with high volume. So I can give a description name MACD buy. You can give it specific colors so that it is bullish in nature, you know. Similarly, I can create another relationship right below that. I can say C1 and C2. I can say MACD sell. You can give it a different color so that it differentiates itself. Nifty 100. Now let's go to live query. There you go. Power Grid Pidilite. You can see on the right hand side corner within the blue box, Power Grid at what time, at what price it has satisfied our conditions has popped up, and it's giving me in green and red buy and sell. Now we can actually trade from this screen. We don't have to go to a broker screen. How to do that? I'll show it to you. So now a study is running on the 15-minute time frame. For MACD crossovers with higher volumes, you can make it a little smaller, keep it somewhere here, and your screen is all set. You can check the charts visually. You can see the scrollers, what's happening, high of the day, low of the day, strength and weakness in the market. You can check where are the volumes, high volume trades are happening in the market, bullish and bearish. And in the middle, you can see which are the stocks which are satisfying your conditions. This is the power of a proper, well-developed, defined, professional technical software. Now, the beauty of TTRS is, now if I actually like Pidilite or actually don't like Power Grid, let's say, okay, and I would like to buy or sell, generally what used to happen is you do your analysis in one platform, then you toggle, you do alt tab, you open the broker's platform, the trade execution platform, and then you place your orders and you trade, right? Now we don't have to do that. Now from here, if I do F1, now from here, if I do F2, I can directly buy and sell from the software, from the chart itself. I can manage my reports, how many open trades I have, what is my net position, what's my margin, what's my activity log, what am I holding. All these things can be managed from within the technical software. You need not go out to a trade execution software. So F1 will let you buy. You can place your quantity, limit or market order, etc., etc. You can do F2, and there you go. Right from the chart, you can place these trades. More about these technicalities of placing orders and margins and all, and how to implement or download the software and etc. I'll let my co-trainer for the day, Viren, do the talking. But before Viren takes it up, I will quickly check your questions and chat box. Do you have any questions? So far, whatever I've spoken. So let me take a look. Does the sync feature sync studies in the charts? No. Arun, as I was showing you, when you have created 3, 4 or 2 charts, when you have created multiple charts like this. So if in one chart you have created templates, it will not automatically sync on the other charts. We have to recreate them in the second chart, recreate them in the third chart, and so on and so forth. It will not sync the indicators. What kind of internet minimum speed? Don't worry, nowadays the internet bandwidth is pretty good. So any basic speed, 1, 2 Mbps, 3 Mbps will be more than enough, suffice for you to run. But that's something that you get on your phone also. So in broadband, you will not have any issues. Mr. Mandar is asking, is it a paid platform or not? It is, of course, a paid platform. And all these details about charges and how to get the demo, all this, as I said, I'll leave it to my co-trainer Viren today. Can automated trading be done using technical rules to buy and sell on a chart? It is a semi-automated, you can say. How, Mr. Rupesh, is when your technical query satisfies your conditions, you saw the blue pop-up coming, and over there was a buy and sell condition given. When you click on that, and if you've pre-fed some information, your capital size, how much risk you want to take, it can do semi-automated trades, not automated 100%. You have to click, is what I mean. Paresh is asking, IFL Android tech charts don't work on Samsung tag. So this is something which is beyond the discussion of this webinar, but if Viren is listening to us, and if he has an answer to this, maybe he'll answer, or I'll suggest you can check with the tech support team of IFL for this. On first glance, it appears to be awfully complicated. How does one one's skill to reach the degree of expertise. So because there's a difference between chaos and clarity, right? Um, and the difference between chaos and clarity comes with confidence and practice. Right now, if you're new to technical analysis and charts, of course, this kind of a setup you will find little chaotic because maybe you don't understand these things as well. Once you have the clarity, and the clarity will come with practice and expertise, then all these things will not be difficult at all. It will be very, very clear. So I would say learn and practice, and then all these things will be far more clear to you. Yeah, you can use any default group or you can create your own groups also. You can come to file and you can go to groups and you can create your own groups. You can give it a name and you can create your own universe. For example, I will show you. If I take you to the user define, I have created 5 groups of my own, out of which one is called the universe. I have a universe of around 60 odd future stocks, which I trade, and I've named it universe. So you can also create your own universe, your own stock. Backtesting to some extent can be done, but the strength of the software is not backtesting. I'll be very honest. The strength of the software is the user friendliness, in which you can easily open, create templates, track the markets easily. The strength of the software is how you can easily create queries. And the final strength is how you can execute your trades also effortlessly. Is it going to replace Trader Terminal to a lot of extent? Yes. Viren will always be able to give you a far better answer to this, but yes, to a lot of extent. You might have to at times go back to Trader Terminal for some other information, but to a lot of extent, yes. Are there any smoothened studies? So this software offers us so many indicators, of which the smoothened studies are not there. See, the smoothened studies are essentially plotting moving averages of the real study. For example, if you plot a RSI and you want to smoothen out it, you can plot an average on the RSI. It can be done over here. But by default, created smoothened indicators are not part of this offering. Can TTRS accessed by multiple users at the same time? If the multiple users have a different login and password, of course. Does it connect with international markets to compare the sense of financial markets? No. As of now, TTRS is fetching data from NSE cash and NSE derivatives, so not international data. Can we create group manually? I did just show you. Yes, you can. Lagging is not there. It is actual. It is essentially fetching data from the IFL's end. These are very technical or technological questions. And I think this is a good part where I'll welcome Viren.